Hello guys, Little Imp here. Today I'm gonna show you Prot Paladin, talents, glyphs, one button macro, and overall protection macros that every Prot Paladin should have and use. First, let's go through talents. Pretty basic build. Hammer of Justice is mandatory for our spec, for Valkyries on the Lich King, adds on the Surfang, etc. etc. Divine Sacrifice, taking the damage instead of raid. It's always helpful to help healers out. Rest of it, it's pretty basic. Seal of Command for AoE targets. Hit rating 8% is bare minimum. You can have 7, you can go with it, but I prefer to have 8. You never know, will you have Drani or not. It's party wide, so it's not something you should count on. Expertise. I like having the expertise cap without using the Seal of Vengeance, and I don't even use glyph for it. It's my personal choice. I use Holy Wrath, so I can stun more often on dead targets, aka Walkers. Divine Plea to take 3% less damage from all sources, and Judgement to increase my aggro generation. Trinkets, everything is pretty basic. You have my armor link in the description. You can check the enchants, gems, what I use, gear, etc. etc. Okay. First, let's go through one button macro. Basic benefits of one button macro are you can do multiple things and track multiple targets while maintaining spamming on your priority targets. Always keep Divine Plea up to have that 3% damage reduction. And of course, Blessing of Sanctuary is mandatory to restore your mana while you're getting damaged. Now, this macro, Divine Shield, is really useful for faster gut. When you get to 9 stacks, you just click it twice really fast, you will clear the stacks and you'll taunt the boss by default. That's the usage of that macro. And this macro, for example, Marogar, when he starts spinning, you just press the button and you cast two abilities, Divine Protection and Divine Sacrifice. You're taking 50% less damage and you're taking the 30% damage from entire raid. All that while healers are keeping you up, you won't lose any HP and raid will remain protected entire time as long as Divine Sacrifice is activated. So spam macro, the raid safe macro, and clearing stacks macro are mandatory for protection paladin. Consumables, indestructible potion, use it before the pull and use it once it expires, so it keeps your armor high. You will have really easy time taking the boss while your armor is above 37k on 25 heroic. That's a bare minimum you should have. And the second macro, second consumable, fish and flask for the tank that gives you 1300 HP. I don't have it currently, but well, it's what I use. The builds, normal build and Lich King build. As you can see, Lich King build is using the waste from emblems, back from emblems, and if you play IC10, a Vris from Surfang on 10 heroic. That will be really good. It's armor based build to reduce as much melee attack damage from the Lich as possible. Every time Necrotic Plague jumps, Lich King gets increased damage and, well, the main tank gets wrecked. So pick your builds properly. You can remain with armor build, it's okay. It's completely fine for every boss. Only difference will be in your gear score and your survivability. Next thing, you can use 4 set bonus for Halion 25 heroic. It it increases your dodge by 12%, but for 10 seconds. So it's useful and not really on 25 heroic, because you're losing a lot of 20% of your dodge during the fight and you're maintaining like 10% for entire duration. But when you pop the cooldown, you have 22% of dodge. It's okay, and it's not at the same time, depends who you ask. For me, it's okay-ish. I use it sometimes. I have the items here somewhere. Yes, sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Legs, I'm using Legs of Lost Hope. It works fine for me. It gives me mass amount of hit, so I don't starve from hit. I'm 9% almost, but it's fine. Basically, gear-wise, what you have to do: defense cap, hit rating, and expertise. Everything else will come with the gear. So stack up the armor, stack up stamina, and you're good to go. Well, that's it for this one. Till the next one. Bye.